What's up, crypto world? This is Yosef, aka Crypto Yosef, and today we're going to be doing a technical analysis on Icon. But before we get into this technical analysis, please leave a like down below right now. Last video we had our lowest amount of likes on any video on this channel, and that was a little bit sad, but thanks to the people who did watch that video and who did leave a like. Please leave a like on this one. It helps me out a lot. It gets me higher on the search results. And also, I want to preface this video by asking us to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and definitely follow me on Twitter. This is where you'll get the most up-to-date technical analysis and updates in the market in general. Not just technical analysis sometimes. Sometimes you get, obviously you get technical analysis, and I love all the support we're getting on Twitter. It's been popping recently. And look at the numbers on there. Like that, I didn't think I'd ever get 45 likes on a TA a week ago, and now it's a thing. And we had another one with like 80 likes, and it was awesome. So thanks for all the support, guys. But what I did want to point out was stuff like this. Like, I don't only tweet out technical analysis. I tweet out stuff like this, like the Mt. Gox Trusty wallet just sent 16,000 Bitcoin. I know it says 8,000 there, but he sent 16,000 Bitcoin. But he did it without using like an order book that would affect or like Binance and like Bitrix's prices for Bitcoin, right? So that's like some really crucial information there, right? And I tweet stuff out like that, and not a lot of people were covering that, which was surprising. And then same thing with Tether being printed. Usually when Tether is printed, Bitcoin runs up a little bit. So whenever you see Tether printed, Bitcoin will run. Like, Bitcoin will go up a little bit. You'll see a lot of positive gains on Bitcoin, especially like an hour after Tether is printed. So and I usually tweet it out right when Tether is printed. So keep an eye out for those kind of tweets too. I tweet out more than just technical analysis. I keep an eye on the market in a lot of ways. So tweet out a lot of stuff there. So please do follow me on Twitter. I love the activity. Be active when you follow me on Twitter, because the likes, the retweets, they help me grow on Twitter because it shows up on other people's feeds, and I appreciate everyone who is liking that. And speaking of that, shout out to Akram and where's that boy? Where is he? Scrooge McBull, and then where's what's his name? William's been tweeting a lot to me. Everyone who's been active here, I've been getting a pretty active community. I'm looking for my other Ripple lover here. I know where is he? I don't know where he is right now. But yeah, he's been real active since the start. Since like so was Scrooge McBull, but his friend too. I think it's his friend. I don't even know. But they've been real active since the start, and I just appreciate how they've been active throughout all this. So yeah, just shout out to you guys who are being active on Twitter. I'm pretty sure he knows who he is. I think I just got another follower. All right, let's get into the Icon technical analysis before Icon breaks out. All right. Because I was supposed to do this last night. So, looking at this, we had that cup and handle forming. Just a little recap here. We had that cup and handle forming. We saw that neckline bounce, and then we broke out of that one. And then we hit that that double top, right, sort of thing. Even though it's not a double top in this case, because it was just another cup and handle forming. So you don't have to worry about, oh, is this a double top? Are we going down now? Technically, you could argue that, right, because we had the complete drop, right, which is kind of funny. You kind of lost all the gains from that, but that completely doesn't matter. If you were to hold on from here and you forgot to sell here, you still have huge gains. Don't worry about what kind of gains you're going to get now, because you're already back up to where we were a second ago. And it looks like it's forming technically another cup and handle. And you might see that red. I think that red might, no, it's not there. The red might follow right here, and then we might see the breakout, which would help the RSI get a little bit lower. But this is winded up. This is like a spring that's winded up, and it's going to break significantly. And also something I noticed is usually when cup and handles see that neckline bounce, they touch the EMA. So I might start calling it to the EMA, because I was calling in the 4,200, 4,400 range, because we were really bullish, but then Bitcoin had a little bit of a problem, you know, with its support levels, so it affected the market significantly. But usually it does touch EMAs with a wick. This one touched it with a whole candle because Bitcoin. But besides the fact there, we're going up here, and you might see a little bit of a red right there. You might get a like 4,600 range. It won't be a big red candle at all. It'll be pretty small. You could possibly see something 4,500, but that's really, it's probably not gonna happen. You're probably just gonna break out here, and we're gonna see it be huge. So now you guys just want to know, whoa, wait, where are we going? Because, you know, that's where everyone cares about. Is like, where should I check up? Where should I take my profits? Well, you're going to want to take your profit. Well, the first place is where you want to do a checkup, pretty much, is this 5,500 range. This break seems like it's going to be a lot bigger than this, but you want to have checkpoints. You want to check up on this, right? So 5,500. When you want to set up like a notification, like once Icon hits 4,000 or 5,500 Satoshi, give me a notification. That's about 20% gains from right here. So if you were to buy in right now, you're not missing out. Icon hasn't broke out from that thing yet, and that's 20% gains, because you're seeing this gains, right? You're like, wow, Icon has 20% gains here and it's gonna have 20% gains there. So in other words, if you were to buy in when we first made our first call in Icon, and even if you weren't to sell, right, to increase your thing, you would have had 40% gains. So if you were to increase this, right, technically you would get like 60% gains in a way, because if you were to take this, right, you buy in here, you were to sell at that top that I called right here, right, you would sell there. So you take that, you get to this top right here, you would have had 22% gains. You sell at the top if you were to have your sell order set there, right? Because I literally called this one on the dot. And then let's say you were to buy in where I said I was averaging out. I said I was averaging out 4,300. Obviously, I'm sure if you guys listen to my calls specifically, you guys probably did something around the 4,200, 4,300 range. And even if you were to do that, you would have increased your buy power by about 10%. So that means you would have 10% more Icon. So if you had 100 Icon and in profit, or if you had 100 Icon, pretty much you have 110 now for free. So then your gains would be on 110 Icon instead of 100 Icon once you get this huge run up coming back up at 20%, 40% gains there. Obviously, so far from just buying back in right here, you've gotten even more gains. So you get 10% gains on top of that 20% gain. So that's 30% gains from pretty much playing just one little swing, because you're seeing a cup and handle form. So listening to calls and following them, obviously you want to know what you're doing. You don't want to just be like, oh, buy. Like, you have to understand why you're selling, why you're buying, because if you just think, oh, okay, I'm gonna sell here, it's probably gonna go down. Like, you want to completely understand how you're reading this chart. Obviously, since I'm telling you guys, you know, there's something, it's a little bit easier for you guys to understand sell points and buy points if you guys don't fully understand technical analysis yet. So now you guys want to know where we're going. So I said this is your first checkpoint, 5,500, 5,600. First checkpoint. You want to check in on Icon once it hits the Satoshi level. Set an alarm, something. So if you're at work or something, you're just like, oh, okay, I need to take a break. I need to go take whatever break, or I need to go to the bathroom real quick, you know. So you can go check up on this, right? And then the next checkup range is this 6,300, 6,500, 600 range. This range right here, you're gonna want to check up again. So this is possibly a top, right here, 6,300, 6,500, 6,600 range. That could be a top, right? You want to really check up here, and I'll definitely tweet out when we hit these checkpoints as well, to let you guys know, are we nearing the top or are we still going up? Just in case, because you know, sometimes these look strong and then sometimes they don't break as strong as they looked. In this case, this one looks really strong and it has a lot of momentum going for it. So what a lot of technical analysis people are saying is this is the bottom. 6,500 range, 6,300 range, that's the bottom of the gains you're getting on this one. You're gonna, because I'm not doing no Elliott wave count on this. I'm just going based off candlesticks, Fibonacci, horizontal supports. I have trend lines that I'm about to draw for you guys. They're pretty basic trend lines. Nothing crazy significant. I mean, they are significant trend lines, but they're nothing crazy like that you can't do yourself. It's pretty like anyone could really notice these trend lines, and I'll point them out here in a second. I deleted them so I could draw them with you guys, and you guys can do this whenever something's in a channel, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So you want to see these ranges. So what kind of gains are we talking about? We're talking about 40% gains if we just hit here, right, from where we were at the top. Oh, well, 30% gains, right, but 40% if we go to the top of here. But if you were buying back down here, right? If you were to buy it from the bottom there, you would be about 60%, 50% gains right there. And a lot of technical analysis people are also saying anything from 7,000 to 7,900, 7,200 being a really strong one. So you would want to check the 7,200 range. This isn't from my count. This is from people who are counting with waves, Elliott waves, right? They're counting a breakout of this range. Because I didn't count this one with Elliott waves, and I really don't want to count this one with Elliott waves because I like being conservative, and I know if I count it with Elliott waves, I might over forecast it. So I have these because Icon has a lot of liquidity, right? But it's nothing near. I mean, it has $1 billion market cap, but it's nothing near like Ripple and stuff where you could really Elliott wave count it, and it's a lot more played by bots and stuff like that. This one is obviously still played by bots. It's just the more liquidity, the easier it is to trade it. So that's why doing Elliott waves with something more liquid makes sense. Obviously, doing Elliott waves with anything makes sense. I'm just lazy with this one, and I could still do it with candlesticks, symmetrical patterns and horizontal support lines, trend lines, all that, it plays huge factors. Candlesticks play the biggest factor out of all. If you ask a technical analysis person what's the biggest factor and they don't tell you it's candlesticks, then I don't know what to tell you. They're probably pretty new to technical analysis and they just go based off oscillators or something. And oscillators play a huge role. You just don't want to use one oscillator though. So that's pretty much where I see it going, right? I see it going up to 5,600, 5,500 range. Then you want to check up on it again in the 6,300, 6,500 range. And then a lot of people say this might be the top, 7,200, 7,900 range. I haven't done my own count for that one, but it does make sense too. I mean, look, it lines up perfectly with this retracement, right? The 78% retracement from this huge top. And that makes a lot of sense, right? So we could definitely hit this range. 7,400 would be where I would sell that one off. Because I like to go off my own retracements here, right? And they've been pretty accurate for the most part. I mean, look, I called this one on the dot. I called Ripple on the dot before that. I mean, you could consider this being called, not really on the dot, but you could consider this call like true, right? I said, hey, we're gonna go down. 7,200 looks like the bottom to me. Obviously, it wasn't because Bitcoin did affect this in a way, but it affected the way the EMA was moving here because I was accounting for it to run up here. And it would tap right here at this Fibonacci level. And I mean, it ran up here now, but it was supposed to run up here earlier. So that's, you know, I was hoping it was going to be like right here, so it would be at 4,200. But the way Bitcoin did last night or yesterday, I believe, it affected the way this EMA moved. So always want to play that EMA. That EMA is where they like to bounce. So that is my call for Icon. I've been pretty accurate with Icon so far. Not to say that I can be wrong, right on this one. I could be wrong on this, right? But a lot of people agree with me on this one. And actually, one thing I want to point out is, some people like to say, oh, you must be copying someone else's call because, you know, big people are starting to make calls on Icon now. I actually made Icon calls before all those people. Like, my last Icon call was made 3 days before anyone else was making calls on Icon. So, yeah, I mean, that's why I've been getting a lot of followers on Twitter. But yeah, thank you guys for all the support. I don't know why I got all defensive a second ago, but yeah, a lot of other big technical analysis people are calling this range. I'm calling this range right here. We could see this, and I'll definitely update you guys on Twitter if I see it going more up here than right here. I see this being more of a top than this one, but it's definitely possible with the way it could go. You might actually see a bounce here, a little bit of a correction that could run down here, and then we could go up here. I don't know how they're forecasting their counts. I just heard from a lot of people on Twitter that a lot of people are calling this range. So I'm calling about 6,500 my top. We'll see how this all plays out. Definitely check up on Twitter because I'll be tweeting out updates when we hit these checkpoints. So yeah, get your bags loaded up, guys. We're going up. We're going to the moon. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this technical analysis. Please do leave a like. My voice is starting to come back a little bit more. And yeah, follow me on Twitter. I'd really appreciate it. Please leave a like on the video. It goes a long way. And you guys will see a Ripple technical analysis here in a couple hours. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video and taking your time to kind of understand my Icon call a little bit better. So thanks, and thank you, and shout out to everyone who's been pressing me today and yesterday for an Icon video, a technical analysis video. Loving the support, guys. I actually appreciate it when you guys pressure me to make videos because sometimes I get lazy with them. So whenever you want a video, just keep tweeting me. I'll make it. I'm just a little bit lazy sometimes. Well, not lazy. I have a lot of other things to do too. So I try to make these whenever I can, and I have no idea who that is. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.